Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first slow English podcast. In this podcast, you will listen and then you will repeat after me. You will repeat after me. This will help you practice your pronunciation, your accent, and your confidence when speaking English. I will speak slowly and clearly during the whole video. I have never seen it before, and we arrived in Bangkok at 4 p.m. It only snowed once. Do you know them all? Let's get started. So, recently, I went to South Korea with my older brother. South Korea is what? South Korea is a country, and the capital of South Korea is Seoul. Seoul. What is Seoul? Seoul is a city. Seoul is a city. Now, this isn't my first trip to South Korea. I have been to South Korea before. Around 3 years ago, I was an exchange student in South Korea. An exchange student is a student that studies in a different university, usually in a different country, for 1 semester or even 2, like in my case. So I studied in Seoul, South Korea for 2 semesters. The university I studied at was Yonsei University. That was 3 years ago. My first time in South Korea, I had no idea how public transit worked. So it was very, very difficult for me to navigate and get around South Korea. But I figured it out, and now I am a professional. I like using Naver Maps because you can't use Google Maps. Google Maps doesn't work in South Korea. So you have 2 options, Naver Maps or Kakao Maps. I prefer Naver Maps. What do you prefer? So me and my brother arrived in South Korea on the 28th of November. November is a month, and we stayed for exactly 1 month. So we left on the 28th of December, and I remember that was on a Sunday. A Sunday. Sunday is a day of the week. Sunday. Do you know all? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Good job. The area my brother and I stayed in was called Hongdae. Hongdae is a neighborhood in Seoul. It is a very popular and trendy neighborhood, especially for younger people, because there are many universities surrounding Hongdae. For example, Yonsei University, Ewha Women's University, Sogang University, Hongik University, and there might be more, but I don't know them all. I don't know them all. I only know those 4 universities. During our trip to Korea, we enjoyed a lot of very delicious Korean food. Some of my favorite Korean food include dakgalbi, jokbal, jimdak, kimchi jjigae, and Korean barbecue. Those are my 5 favorite Korean foods. What are your favorite foods? Let me know in the comments. Make a sentence in the comments. My favorite food is. My favorite foods are. During our trip in Korea, it only snowed once, and only for about 30 minutes. It didn't snow for very long, but it snowed a lot. It snowed a lot. We even made a snowman. And I know Korea is cold, but I didn't expect it to be so cold. When I got there, I was freezing. I wanted to buy a big, puffy winter jacket. A big, puffy winter jacket to cover my whole body, from head to toe. But I decided not to, because I would then have to carry that winter jacket with me all throughout Asia. because I am going to be visiting many countries in Asia. I have already been to South Korea. I won't be going north. And right now, I'm currently in Thailand. I am in Thailand. After Thailand, I will be going to Malaysia, then Vietnam, then China, then India, then Japan, and after that, I haven't decided where I want to go. Maybe Taiwan, maybe the Philippines, maybe Indonesia, maybe Hong Kong. There are many places I would like to visit. Now tell me, do you guys enjoy traveling? Do you like to travel? I personally love traveling, but I like staying in one place for at least 2 weeks. I don't like to travel every day or every week. I like to stay in one place for at least 2 weeks. And if I like it, then I'll stay for 1 month. That is why I stayed in Korea for 1 month, because I knew I would love it. While I was in Korea, I also met up with one of my Korean friends, Johnny, for dinner. We had this raw fish that we wrapped in leaves and put other toppings on before we ate it. I personally am not a huge fan of raw fish, but it is very traditional in Korea to eat that raw fish at the start of winter, so we went to go and eat it. One of my favorite things to do while I'm in Korea is to visit Gyeongbokgung Palace. That is the really big and famous palace in Korea. The palace was so beautiful, and it was such a beautiful and sunny day the day I went. We also were able to see the changing of the guard. That was a very special thing to see because I have never seen it before. I have never seen the changing of the guard before. And before we left Korea, we got to experience what Christmas was like in Korea. I have never spent Christmas in Korea. This was my first Christmas in Korea, and it was very beautiful. We went ice skating, then we went to the stream with many lanterns, and at the end, we went to a Christmas market. That was a highlight. While I was in Korea, I also did some shopping. Not a lot, but I did buy some things. I bought a pair of shoes. I couldn't decide which pair of shoes to buy, the one on the right or the one on the left. I ended up buying the one on the left since I thought it looked more unique. I also bought 2 new pairs of jeans, one blue pair and one black pair. And I bought 1 pair of sweatpants. Overall, my trip to Korea was amazing. I love Korea. After our month in Korea, we took a flight from Seoul to Bangkok. Our flight was at 12 p.m. and we arrived in Bangkok at 4 p.m. It was a 6-hour flight, but with the time change, it was only 4 p.m. in Bangkok. We have been here for a few days now. We've spent New Year's here, and we have visited many temples and palaces. If you guys want to hear about my trip to Bangkok or more about my trip to Korea, make sure to let me know in the comments that you want more slow English podcasts. If you guys like this type of video, I will make more for you. Now your final task for today is take out your phone, open up your camera, and record yourself talking about what you learned today. Today I learned I want to travel to. My favorite food is. So your homework is to answer those questions and record yourself with your phone. Bye guys.